Dick Smith isn't afraid of putting his money where his mouth is or his hand in his pocket to help those most in need. Now he's urging some of Australia's wealthiest people to do the same. And he's got self-made billionaire Harry Triguboff in his sights.
They buy big waterfronts and big boats to show off. Why not show off by giving money away?
The boxing gloves are on in the top end of town. Dick Smith has taken aim at Harry Triguboff in a podcast aimed at the billionaire real estate developer.
You're the wealthiest bloke in Australia. So Harry, I've got an ask, and it's a big ask. First, would you be prepared to sign the Bill Gates Giving Pledge? How about setting up a $1 billion charitable foundation and doing it openly? You'll hardly notice the difference to your living style. You'll still have 10 billion left. You're 84 years of age. Think of the fantastic things that could be done with $1 billion.
High-rise Harry is one of the richest people in Australia.
You see the one with the orange roof, that's mine. You see this one with the funny shape, that's mine.
The 84-year-old Russian immigrant is the founder and CEO of the Meriton property empire and has been a benefactor of the apartment boom in Australia, seeing his wealth flourish from $4.8 billion to $11.4 billion in just 5 years.
I was very clever, but only later I found out how clever I was.
Triguboff has overseen the construction of more than 75,000 dwellings and has more than a few properties of his own. This incredible 78th floor penthouse and this remarkable home in Sydney's exclusive suburb of Vaucluse.
You've got this pool.
And then I got one from the other house.
You've got two pools.
Why Harry Triguboff? Do you dislike him?
No, I think Harry's fantastic, but particularly Harry because he's our wealthiest bloke in Australia, but he's not known as a philanthropist. Are we angry?
On the flip side, in recent years, Dick Smith, the outspoken businessman, entrepreneur and political activist, has given the vast majority of his fortune, more than $50 million, to charitable causes.
It's a pleasure to be helping you.
The only reason I've given any money away is for self-interest. It makes me feel good, makes me feel as if I'm fulfilling my responsibility.
Australia has 50 billionaires, yet only 2, including mining magnate Andrew Twiggy Forrest, has signed up to Bill Gates' Giving Pledge, promising to hand over $2.5 billion to charity. But why, all of a sudden, has Dick decided to take aim at the super wealthy? Dick says it's all thanks to the late Dr. Tony Kidman.
He's the late father of Nicole Kidman, and he used to ring me up every year and ask me for money for research work. And I used to admire him for that. And so I thought maybe I should ask around and see if some of the wealthy can dig deep. So I'm basically copying Nicole Kidman's dad. He was a wonderful person.
Dick says there has been wealthy Australians who have dug deep and made a big impact on the lives of everyday Aussies, like Frank Lowy, who, along with his family, donated $10 million towards the Lowy Cancer Research Centre at the University of New South Wales.
Do you think that the super rich have a moral responsibility to give back to the community?
I think we have a real problem in Australia at the moment. We have the super rich 50 billionaires. It's almost sort of outrageous because we have 5 million Australians that live pay packet to pay packet. Imagine the Harry Triguboff Research Hospital, $1 billion for things for poor people, for people who couldn't afford the high, tremendous medical costs and that. That would be fantastic. First of all, it will motivate other billionaires to give.
A Current Affair contacted Harry Triguboff for an interview, but he declined. His staff say Mr Triguboff donates privately to many charitable organisations and applauds Dick Smith's desire to see charitable works done.